what it means to act, direct, and write, in the same project potentially, but also separately, and how one affects the other.
Right. This is something I feel very strongly about, and I feel like it's something that isn't taught correctly in any of. And I was just saying that there's lessons that I want to impart to people that you need to learn on your own, and there's lessons that I think you should skip because I learned them for you. And one of them is I do feel like acting, writing, directing is taught incorrectly because they're not taught as one and the same. If you want to be an actor, you need to learn how to direct and write. If you want to be a writer, you need to learn how to direct and act. Vice versa, all those combinations. You have to, and you have to. It's going to inform you in ways that are. Now, listen, if you're not good at one of them, who cares? Keep doing it. Never stop doing it, to be honest, if you want to be good at the other things. I truly feel that way. And if you ever get to a point where, listen, people are paying you millions of dollars to just direct and you don't need to, fine. Sure. But until you get there, you need to look at it as all the same. So look at Spike Lee, look at Tarantino, look at low-level people, like even, sketch comedy people. Look at Jordan Peele, acting, writing, directing. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much of that going on. So with that said, I really feel strongly that you're taught incorrectly, especially actors. Actors a lot of times have no idea what's going on behind a camera. They think they know what a director's thinking. They think the director's furrowed brow and grunts has something to do with the performances when it really has to do with something moving in the background, or they just realize that they fucked up 2 shots ago, something that has nothing to do with the actor. And I've had actors who finally directed who said, oh my God, I never realized how little I am thinking about the actor. When I acted, I thought that's all they were thinking about. I was like, no, we expect you to show up, just like the way I don't think about a grip. That grip's going to show up with his equipment and his tools.
Do his thing.
And do his thing. And I'm not telling, and he's not coming up to me and be like, how should I do this? I'll be like, that's, you know what I mean?
Correct. And you're not aware of his problems for that day, nor should you be. Right?
Yeah.
But we all know that behind the scenes, there's a big deal happening there too.
Right. And I'm assuming he's handling it the way he's handling it. And all I should be concerned about is communicating on what I need. And this is another thing I tell actors. If the director hasn't told you to do something, then you're doing it right. So if no one's saying, hey, do that again, or hey, can you do it more this way? Don't say anything. Do not say, was that good?
Right.
Do not say, do you need anything else? How can I help? Do not do any of that. It's a pet peeve of mine.
Sure.
That's just one example. Another thing from the writer perspective, until you know what it's like to say the lines, you don't know what good writing is. And I'm not to say you always know, but it's so much more helpful when you know what it's like to say bad lines. A lot of your writing, you're going to learn from. You're going to let your actors be authentic from your writing, and you're going to learn sometimes your writing is just bullet points.
But then in the film you and I made together, Saturday Morning Coffee, which we talked about last time,
moving pieces you have to keep track of.
Correct.
Or how are we with the baby right now? Where are we at with that? Oh, is this set up? Oh, we got to cut this. How are we going to combine these things? There's like when it's just me.
Oh, wait, the sun just set and this is a morning shoot?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like there's a lot more, and I knew it was going to be like that. So
acting.
The acting and directing, I had to get over it. And the one thing that I knew was to look at people's eyes after a scene, and either because of my experience with other directors, is I knew that if I acted well in a scene, either one or two things were happening. There was this happiness, like, oh my God, you nailed it in their eyes, or this like very transactional, good, we're moving on to the next scene.
Yeah.
If I didn't see worry, or if I saw one of those two things from you guys, from anyone from you or the DP, Jeffrey, then I was like, okay, we're good. And we were. We were. I was comfortable. I didn't have to. I didn't watch one thing back on set.
I remember that.
And I made it a point not to because it fucks me up. It really does. I hate watching myself when I'm on set.